What's up, guys? It is Spare Time Saturday Podcast. My name's Levi.
My name is Ron.
And my name is Elvis. This is a podcast as we're going to be running for fun every Saturday and trying to get it out by the end of Saturday.
But
or by
we'll see what happens because we're still trying to figure this out.
All right. So we're doing this out of fun. We want to entertain and have fun with people, right?
Yeah. We're trying to bring up the news. It's like not too well known, but it's like we're just trying to bring up cool topics, whatever. It's just we're just gonna talk. We're just gonna talk. That's what it comes down to.
And every week we're gonna have a guest. But this week we have a very, very special guest. Everybody, welcome Wolfington. This is Wolfington. This is Wolfington, guys. Wolfington's a werewolf.
Hey, we should at least give him his own seat. Come on.
Yeah, give him his own seat, bro.
That's why I started playing.
Hey, don't touch Wolfington like that.
All right, let's put him over there.
There you go. He's good.
All right, so start off this podcast.
Yeah.
I think we should always start off with something that's similar or something that's like well-known people, but very misunderstood. Women. So right. Complicated. Am I right?
Very right.
What were we saying last time? That they're machines, right? They need a new software update every week. They're always changing.
It's a computer that's constantly encrypting itself. We can never understand it. Like for me, I've had bad experiences with girls, right? But like for me, I've been raised to be a gentleman, treat them with respect,
yeah,
right?
Of course.
But apparently they don't like that.
I don't know why. I don't understand
like a bad boy, right? Okay, Billie Eilish wrote a song. She wants a bad boy. You know? What is it? Bad guy? Bad guy. She wants a bad guy. She doesn't want a good guy. There's a song called Nice Guys Finish Last, and there's a song named Bad Guy, you know?
But I don't understand why. So for any girls watching this, why do you prefer bad guys? If you have a man who treats you well, takes you out to eat, brings you flowers, so what, gives you the proper attention, why do you prefer to leave that guy for a guy who sometimes verbally abuses you, does not give you the more attention, better attention?
I think it's a preference for girl to girl, but I say for the majority.
Yeah, but having you heard you invest into what you want that could give you the best same investment back.
True, okay.
If not, it becomes a liability. You know what I mean?
Big words for him, huh?
It's funny.
You're just silent, bro.
But at the same time, girls in general, they're more into exploration, They're always trying to experience new things. Women, I think on average, probably travel more than more than men do, or at least are interested in it. I don't know about you guys, but I don't ever plan on leaving the States. Let's be honest. Why would I want to go anywhere else when I got everything here,
I guess I see where you're going from.
I think, to be honest, it's personal preference. I was on Omegle. I was talking to this one chick. I was like, you know what? What do you find most attractive in a guy? And she was like, well, I like a personality, but I like it when they smell good. And I was like, oh, I didn't think of that. So I think it depends on... This dude just eating his Ritz crackers.
You have no chance.
I think
all funny games until I whip out the Dr. Squirrel.
But yeah.
No, that brings up... You mentioned you never leaving the States.
Yeah.
Can you recall any problems that America was in, or something controversial involving America?
Involving America?
I know it's a vague question, but what's something?
There's a lot of things probably, but
yeah, but what's something?
Let's go from the history of Christopher Columbus to the capital rating. That happened.
Yeah, but I was there. I was the dude with the horn.
No, actually, let's go from Columbus to Biden taking out the Diet Coke button. That was just an atrocity.
Wait, what?
You didn't hear about that? No, all right. So when Trump's presidency, he had apparently he had a red button on his desk that he'd click and somebody would come up to him and hand him a Diet Coke.
No way.
Biden took that out. Are you kidding me, bro? I thought this guy was supposed to be an ultra Chad, chill dad figure, and he took out the Diet Coke.
Hey, you ever see what was it? Okay, Captain America, right? The dude. He looks a lot like Biden. Have you noticed that?
There's
one, Steve Rogers. there's this one picture of like Captain America, like at the beginning when he's like all frail and skinny.
Is that Chris Evans, his real name?
Yeah, Chris Evans, whatever. And then there's this picture of Biden when he's like back in the day, and they look super alike. And then there's a picture of what's the newest one? Endgame, when he turns like super old because he's back in time, and he looks like Biden right now. People are like, "Yo, bro, it's meant to be." Like, I don't know.
Captain America.
The story is based on Biden's history.
Right,
he fought Red Skull.
Thanos.
He fought Thanos, Red Skull, and Hitler. What a legend.
Oh, what was it? Speaking of like World War II, you know, like what was it? The Battle of Los Angeles.
Oh, actually, no.
You told me about that. About that.
So, if people don't know, like this event was what influenced the movies Battle of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And it was after Pearl Harbor was attacked, just 3 weeks after that event. There's military staged just outside of LA. Actually, in LA, because there's like a big harbor
base,
there.
Right?
Yeah, there's a Navy base, a very
all
big
over
one.
California. They got military positions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so then it's just 3 weeks after the attack, and
Pearl Harbor.
yeah.
Okay.
So this is 3 weeks after America's entry World War II.
Right.
So then around maybe 3 a.m. on February 24th, it's like unidentified aircraft passed over the city, and since instincts tell you it's the Japanese right away.
Yeah, because we just went to war, right?
Yeah. So there's at least 13,000 soldiers on cannons just freaking blasting this airship, right? And it goes on for maybe 3 or 4 hours, creating this immense amount of noise.
Yeah, so people would have to see it, right?
Yeah, and there are reports of over 12,000 reports that same night, right?
That's nuts.
And it's recorded that they launched even over 180,000 bombshells, but not a single one of it took it down. Now that same morning,
there's one explanation.
Yeah,
aliens.
Common sense tells us aliens because it's moving around and the spotlights are on it, so you could almost I want to bring a picture, right? But it's almost like 3 lines. 3 dots forming a triangle. Now that same morning, the government announced that it's like a weather balloon, but a weather balloon could have been shredded by any shrapnel in the air.
Right, because they're exploding. The shrapnel goes everywhere, so it wouldn't.
It could have not survived.
Right.
And there's images of them messing with a weather balloon, trying to prove that it was a weather balloon. But obviously, common sense proves that it was not a weather balloon.
You said it was 3 dots, right?
Yeah.
You know, I've no joke.
There's actually an image of it, which we'll bring up.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, ready? Bring it up. Boom.
It's on the screen.
Image, right?
It's right there.
I like that.
You're looking at
I like that post.
So where I live, there's a well-known 3 dots going together to a UFO. There was actually a Bon Jovi concert, something like that, where I live, and all of these people saw it together, and they look up and they're like, "Yo, that's a UFO," and I saw it too, not on the same day, but one 4th of July, there's fireworks going on. But after the fireworks, I was looking up at the sky and I swear I saw the 3 dots moving together.
No way.
Yeah, but I was so confused for a second. I was like, yo, what's going on? Why are those stars moving? And then
Stars.
And then I was like, oh shoot, it clicked. And so I thought maybe low key the fireworks attracted aliens or whatever. If it's possible, I don't know. Honestly, I think aliens exist. What do you guys think?
They have to. Like I mentioned, the universe is constantly expanding. It's proven by mathematics and physics that it's constantly expanding at an unknown rate.
Yeah.
Which means there's an infinite amount of possibilities of life.
Oh.
So there's so many planets that are life sustainable that could have unknown lives, different plants. It's prone to happen. That there's more than us. We cannot be the only life in the universe. We cannot be the center of the universe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I don't know if it's true, but I think they found bacteria on asteroids or something like that, right?
I've heard of things like that. I've also heard that they might have found bacteria on Mars.
No way.
That's what I've heard.
I'm pretty sure they found water there too, right?
I've seen a theory where they say we derived from bacteria, and then we are the evolution of bacteria. Mm-hmm. And they said that the asteroid that hit Earth at one point brought that bacteria, and they were able to prove this by using a shotgun shell. So the shotgun shell was the actual asteroid, and they used I believe it was some sort of a rock. I don't remember. I can't recall the name exactly. But the shell had bacteria, and after they shot it, they waited months and months and months, and they could see that the bacteria started to live and started like move around, and they believe that we are the evolution of bacteria.
That's crazy.
Now, a Darwin theorem says that we are the evolution of apes.
Yeah, but like how the apes got here.
Exactly.
Probably bacteria.
It's bacteria.
Yeah, so that's evolution's greatest mystery is when bacteria became fish, and from fish became more reptiles or amphibious creatures. We have a gap in between reptile and mammal.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. In my past life, I was a T-Rex, bro. I came from dinosaurs.
Any day. Me, I would have been. I'm gonna go with saber-tooth tiger.
Saber.
You know,
I've heard that long neck monster, bro.
I've heard that
long neck.
Obviously, it's all like conspiracy, whatever. But that there are people, species that are still around from the dinosaurs. Like there still are for sure, but like people who are reptiles. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like reptilian
creatures.
Yeah.
You're talking about right, so you guys think that aliens come from outer space? I like the Pacific Rim theory that they come from the ground.
Why do you think so?
Well, I think that there's this. Oh man, I don't forget the full details, but basically there's this guy who flew over the North Pole.
Yeah, the guy. He
Yeah, you got it. You know.
He was like I know exactly what you're talking about. He was like a pilot. He flew over the North Pole. Apparently,
directly over the North Pole.
Yeah, like the North Pole, like where Santa lives and everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
And he saw a huge hole. He saw a huge hole and he flew into it. And like apparently, he says that Earth's hollow, whatever. And when he went into there, he saw like a bunch of weird things. I think he saw like dinosaurs or like the aliens down there or something like that.
I mean, it's not impossible, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know how like factually true it is, but I've heard that even right now, you're not allowed to fly like directly over the North Pole. Maybe it's like too dangerous because it's cold, like super cold. But like,
can it be like with the magnetic force, the magnetic field of the Earth? How it can mess up with the plane's navigation?
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's part of a treaty, so nobody can tamper with those because those lands aren't owned by any other power. They're kind of just the Earth's, you know. So they don't want to.
Oh, so yeah. By the way, I've heard, and this isn't super well known, but I've heard that, I'm not sure how many days, but in like 100 days, 180 days, we're supposed to find out everything the government knows about aliens.
Yeah, because
they somehow slipped it in. Yeah.
They leaked that UFO, and they literally have no explanation for what it was. It could have been a drone. There's some people think it's aliens.
Yeah, there's like that one video of like a UFO. It's like,
it was leaked, right?
We'll pull it up again. Boom. Yeah, and so there's that one picture, and eventually, like, it got leaked. And somehow some person, some senator or whatever, slipped it into the coronavirus bill.
Apparently,
that we have to get full disclosure about aliens soon.
But the thing is, like, I don't think you notice this, but like, that could cause so much trouble.
Yeah.
Like, with religion, you know, like, morals, like, if the day that people figure out that aliens do exist and it's proven by the government, like, what could happen to, like, all the churches? Like, the Bible, like the belief of God. Like, people could be like, oh, maybe we're derived from aliens. Maybe we are experiments like we've been told from ancient aliens, right?
Yeah, of course.
Aliens. The dude with, like, the hair.
Oh, yeah.
I was right.
Crazy dude. History Channel after 3 a.m.
He's always talking like this. His hands are like... it's
crazy
like,
dude.
Actually.
But, like, I feel like that could be very troublesome in the near future. That
could be, but I guess we'll find out.
I mean...
earlier today, we talked about the Vietnam War. And you mentioned about some, like, tapes. I feel like that could be very informative. Can you bring it up again?
Alright, so Vietnam. In Vietnam, I don't know...
Which we won. So according to him, which we won.
I don't know about one, but we didn't lose. That's my point. Alright, so I don't know if this still holds true to today. I assume it does. But back then, at least, their traditions were that any of the dead, not just soldiers, but any of the dead had to be buried in preferably their homeland.
Right, and we have like an Asian friend we talked about before. He confirmed that. He was like, "Oh yeah, like go ahead."
Still like that. When they, if they're not buried properly, they'll come back as vengeful spirits because they cannot, be laid to rest. So,
just like ancient Greek mythology.
Yeah, something like that, or Egypt as well. And
hey, what the hell are you doing, bro?
I'm making a protein shake, bro.
In the middle of the podcast?
I gotta get my protein in, bro. I worked out today, and I'm not gonna see no gains. Because that's probably double negative or whatever, but I gotta see gains, alright? I gotta get my protein in.
Whatever, man.
Alright, continue.
So, what they did was the U.S. government.
Wait, hold on. Why is it pink though? Why is it pink?
Oh shoot! Okay, I ordered it from Amazon, and I don't know you could choose a color, so it just came in
Imagine
pink.
that.
What? Picking a freaking color.
Imagine not picking the color.
Hold on, keep talking.
All right, continue.
So, the U.S. government hatched a plan to release or to run around with tapes, basically.
Okay.
Nice.
So it blends it. Oh shit! It's barely blending, but
Shake it.
it blends it like real nice.
Real nice.
Keep talking.
So, they got a bunch of these South Vietnamese to help them make these tapes, and they'll start out with like some religious funeral sounds.
Yeah.
And then they'll go.
Which are partial Buddhist, right?
From the only tape that was ever released, yes, they were Buddhist sound, Buddhist funeral sounds, and weird moaning and ghostly type stuff. And on top of that, they would have the Southern Vietnamese do voice recordings of them telling the Northern Viet Cong to surrender.
So it's like psychological warfare, right?
Yeah, they're going together and they're saying, surrender or else you end up like me. This war is ended, friend. Stuff like that.
That seems worse than like actual like torture, like physical torture.
I mean,
you imagine like most people can like endure like at least some sort of physical pain, but like you cannot beat mental breakdowns. Or, like
that's
like you know what I mean. That's like especially using their own culture against them.
Wait, so is this like a conspiracy, or is like for sure it's been released?
So I don't know what it's called, but the U.S. military has either a branch or division or something that is
which does exist.
About that. Yeah, that's real. I always forget the name, but it's an actual it's basically psychological
warfare
division. Yeah, I mean psychological warfare has been around since forever. Seen World War II clips of planes coming down and they make that loud noise. That's not just from the engine. The German side, they would engineer their planes to
be
do
loud.
That. Mm-hmm.
To be loud.
They would kill their engine as they went up, and when they nosedive down, and make that noise, scaring and scary.
That would scare someone for sure.
That's why we had so many cases of shell shock in World War I.
No way.
Because it turns out it takes a toll on the mind when you're being shelled for 18 hours straight without sleep.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
and realize these tapes are called the Ghost Tapes 10.
This is
just one tape that we know about, and that was used against the Vietnamese. Now Ghost 10, which means there's like 9 previous, and who knows if there's actually more.
Right?
I bet there is more. I would not be surprised.
There has to be, obviously, but why was only one leaked though? Or was it leaked or was it released?
I'm not even sure. I'm pretty sure it was released, but I don't know enough to say for sure,
Yeah.
But I've heard it. You can find it on YouTube real quick. Just search up Ghost Tape number 10, and you can see a bunch of videos explaining in further detail, like the operation name and the actual tape.
Oh, okay. Probably, all right. We should probably bring up the sponsor.
Oh,
yeah.
Of
bring
course.
Up today's sponsor.
Bring me Wolfington.
He needs Wolfington.
I need Wolfington. All right, Wolfington. You want to tell him about your sponsor?
So weird.
Is he not going to speak?
Wolfington's not speaking right now.
All right.
So, today's sponsor. This episode is brought to you by your mother. Link in the description for a code for $15 off your next rim job.
What did you want then, huh?
Yeah, special thanks to your mother for sponsoring this episode.
All right. So finish up with the sponsor. We should probably mention. You know how today with quarantine, I've noticed that people, especially on TikTok, have been looking for a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Right. So like, what are tips as a guy, right, that you could give to a girl to probably like attract a guy You mean like even like walk up to a guy, right? So Elvis, we'll start with you. What do you think girls should know about guys?
At the most, at the very least, I should say, just carrying a conversation would be nice. To be honest,
right? If you could talk, that'd be good.
Like, honestly,
In general.
I don't like speaking to brick walls.
Like, hey, what are
I
you
find
doing?
it to be useless and
Nothing
annoying.
new.
And I just think just better social skills helps not only in like the dating life, but just in general. It's something the American people kind of lack.
Yeah,
right now.
there is a lack of social skills nowadays. Like my dad would tell me stories of when he was in Mexico when he was young. Walking down the streets, going to the corner store, saying good morning to every single person he sees.
Exactly.
Right? Even if you don't know them, it's just courtesy. Showing that you have,
right?
Showing that you have manners.
On site, you say.
Now,
On site.
now when I go home, I go to the mall or something like it's just instinct to open the door for someone behind me.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter if they're a girl or a guy, right?
Person, right?
It's just the right thing to do. Now, one time I remember this exactly. I went to the mall, and you know, me being a guy, I'm walk in and out.
Walk in, walk out. Let's go.
That is my one goal.
Right. Quick and simple.
Like
Exactly.
I block out all the stores. I walk into the store I need to go. I block out all the other things. I search for the one item I need to buy, and I buy it. Sometimes I don't even care the price. I just buy it because I need it.
Because you need it, right?
Yeah. And then, but I was walking to the mall, and I noticed there's two girls behind me. Now I did not, acknowledge them. I did not think of even talking to them, right?
Like to flirt or anything. You're just
I was just walking, right?
Yeah.
So now I go and open the doors for them, and
Common courtesy.
obviously,
Common
right?
courtesy, right?
Now I was expecting maybe like a thank you. Things that I don't expect anything, right?
You just do it because it's normal.
Yeah. So when I go open the door, right, I stand aside, and they look at me, and they're like, "Excuse me, we can open our own doors." I'm like, "Oh, what the hell?" And then I walked in. I was like, "Oh, screw that." Like,
So wait. So you were opening the door for them. They said no, we can open our own doors. And
I
you're like,
walked in
okay.
myself.
You
I
walked in yourself?
dipped.
For real?
Yeah.
And what they do after that, you know?
They probably opened their own door. I don't know.
Hey, they got what they wanted.
They got what they wanted.
It was like, chill, man. It's not that serious, you know. Like, it's just
It's just open a door.
Yeah, like I don't understand why people gotta get booty over nothing.
And it tends to be the older people still have that right mentality. You know, when I talk to someone my age, riding my bike, it's just every man has that one nod.
Yeah.
Something.
Mhm.
It's a universal message between men.
There's the one where you go up, where it's that's what's up. The other one's respect. You know?
It's just every guy knows it. It's instinct. You're born with that message inside, right? But now, where was I going with this? Where was I going with this?
I don't know.
From our older generations.
For older people, right? I work in the landscaping business, right? My parents own the business. So when I talk to the customers, they tend to be older people, maybe 50s, 60s.
Mhm.
But they're so initiative. They see me, they go outside and they talk to me,
Exactly.
right? And it's literally about anything, maybe how my day's been, or how something came up in their life.
Right.
And obviously we have younger customers too, and they have their own kids. Or maybe my age, I'm 18, and all they do is hi, or wave. That's all they do.
Yeah, those just greet,
But me,
not gracefully.
Yeah, and me, I'm very talkative, right? I could carry on a conversation about anything.
No,
Does not I'm not limited, right? Now this goes back into girls. If you could walk up to a guy and just say something just bring up anything. Most guys are actually very good speakers.
Right.
Just because guys talk a lot in general. So if you walk up, the first thing you should do, if you want to get a guy's attention, if you want a guy to fall in love with you, walk up to a guy. Start the conversation and be initiative. Text him first. I've met a couple of girls in my life that actually texted me first, and I almost found that attractive. That got my attention.
No,
that was that was a getter right away. That was a hook.
Text me first. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
And most girls
Don't do that.
they could go all day without talking to you, and then you text them first and they're like, hi, nothing was or why didn't you text me all day? I'm like,
Oh
were you
my
waiting for
gosh.
me?
You could have texted me first too.
Exactly. What the?
And now,
Excuse me.
now, Bean, what advice can you give to girls that could improve them? Yeah.
like, I've heard girls say, like, guys got to be confident. Like, why don't girls be confident? You know what I mean? Like, the same thing you were saying. Like, go ahead, if you like a guy, come up to him. If giving compliments is, like, I think the best thing you could do to another
Especially
person.
for a guy.
Like, you go up to someone randomly, and, like, I do this sometimes. I'll be like, oh, I like your jacket. I like your shoes. And they'll be like, oh, thank you. Like,
The small things in life matter the most. They go a long way.
It's small talk that really works. Like, you start something small, and it could go anywhere.
And realize, like compliments for a guy, like, even I remember compliments from 10 years ago, just because, you know, they're simple, but they actually hit me, you know, because I don't really get a lot. Now, like, girls, they're like, oh, you're so pretty, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful.
They get
Now,
compliments all the time.
if you tell them the same thing, it's just you're adding onto the list, the recycling bin. They've been told this. That's why, let's switch it up, or try to use, like a silly name or something like that. You know, just...
Silly goose.
Silly goose.
No, I mean, I think a lot of people don't realize how sensitive dudes are. Like, in general, the only difference between sensitivity-wise between a guy and a girl is that guys know how to hide it a lot better.
Yeah, for
That's,
sure.
that's the only thing. Like,
We're a little
not
more, like,
robots.
straightforward as opposed to, like, emotionally driven. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
we're driven by tasks. Like you, how you were trying to go and get yourself done, whatever, when you were shopping. And girls, I guess, are a little more...
flexible.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, like, emotionally driven. Their emotions drive them. I don't know. Maybe. That's what I'm kind of picking up from my life experience.
Yeah, you have a good point there. But then realize, like, for me, being a guy, I am a victim of this. Sometimes, like, being raised from a Mexican family, I was raised to, like, my dad would tell me, like, when you have your own house, you're the man in the house. You put the rules down. Until then, I'm the man of the house. But he'd always tell me, like a man never cries. Like you are there to protect your family, and sometimes you need to suffer. You must suffer to protect your family, and you need to hold things in. And I mean, every man does that, because the fact, like, the sense of being like alpha, being like the masculine, that's like almost in our genetics to be very masculine.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying if guys don't have this, I'm not saying it's wrong, but, like, for most guys, this is the case. You know, it's like to be alpha, to be masculine. The old style,
toxic.
the old fashioned.
It's just normal.
Yeah, it's just normal for a guy. And some guys just want to tough it out, but some guys are actually just really, they're very emotional.
Yeah,
But they have to hold it in. They have to.
Yeah, we have emotions too, but we just don't show them as well, I guess.
And for any girls, like, having a guy to talk to you about their emotions will be super hard. Like, you need to be, like, a very close friend. Even a girlfriend, like, you might not even know, like, about your boyfriend's history. So, like, that's something, like, to be delicate about a guy.
So, hey, any girls watching, if a guy tells you his emotions, his fears, whatever, he likes you. Because he trusts you.
For sure. Like,
He trusts you.
that's an instinct. Like, that, really, no. Am I right, Elvis?
Yeah, I mean, they'll like you, but that doesn't always mean you have to date them or something.
No, I'm just in general.
I know of a story of a priest.
Oh.
Before, on his way to becoming a priest,
Okay.
he was told that you need to start. He basically told that you need to start dating some women, because how are you supposed to be a counselor to married people if you have no dating experience?
Yeah.
So he ended up hooking up with a girl.
Priest.
The priest.
He wasn't a priest yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, when I say hook up, I don't mean sex. They never did anything under the neck, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But after it all, like, they broke up, but it wasn't bitter. It was just mutual, and
That's maturity.
And that was when he was young. Now I don't know how old. Now he's in like 60s, 70s ish, and he's married as a priest or as a deacon or something like that. I don't know if he ended up becoming a priest, actually. So,
Okay.
but he's married to a woman that he loves very much. But he talks to that woman he dated before
Okay.
about things he won't even speak with his wife with. And they're just that good friends. They're basically, it's like, I don't even know, they're just having like a homie. No? That's not the only way I explain it.
Homosexual?
No, not like that, bro. But I'm saying, just a homie. It's like this.
Tight knit.
It's like this. Like, so tight my fingers would break. That's what I'm talking about.
That's right.
That tight.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool. That's a nice story. Like, I find that very cool. Informative, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so that is the end, almost near the end of our podcast. So if you guys want to know more, follow at our TikTok. We'll put the link right here, the @ and make sure you drop the subscribe button. Oh, make sure you hit the subscribe button.
Hit the subscribe. Subscribe to us.
And hit the what? The bell. Hit the notification bell. Hit the notification bell.
No,
and
make sure you smash that bell.
Make sure you smash it. Tap it repeatedly. You know what I'm saying? Okay, not the hard.
Put that out.
All right. No, we want that. Anyways, so in the comment section of our TikTok, make sure you guys add what you guys want to hear.
Yeah.
What you guys like. What should we improve?
Hey, this is our show, but it's also your show too. So
we're just doing this for fun. We don't really care about sponsors or money. We're doing this because we want to, right?
Hey, give us a topic. We'll research it, I guess. We'll tell us what to talk
We
about.
are always going to be 100% real with you. We are never going to bring any BS to the table, right?
We'll try not to, but we'll see.
We will give you real facts about everything. We don't have a single... we are not limited by anything. We talk about everything. Relationships, conspiracy theories, current events. We talk about everything here. All right? And like I said, every week we bring in a special guest, and they will have a level. They will have they will know a lot about a certain field of experience that they could bring and talk to us about, right?
Wolfington knows about werewolves, but we didn't bring that up.
Yeah, no one cares about Wolfington, right? So now that is the end of our podcast. Like I said, I'm Levi.
Oh, I'm Elvis.
Ron.
Hey, camera guy, zoom in on me so we can get next time on.
Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep on. Got me singing like na 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 every day's like my iPod stuck on replay.
Spare time. We'll need to bring up a new special guest, and of course the everlasting question of what is Obama's last name? Thank you for joining with us.
Wait, tell me, what is Obama's last name?
I think it's Care.
All right, that's the cut.
All right.
Perfect.